All right, guys, I'm gonna show you white tortoise real quick. I went ahead and did one coat of Funny Bunny and cured it. So we're gonna do a second coat of Funny Bunny. And I'm going to get some of the Vitro 260 Jewel Topaz, put it to the side. I like it better than the pod for mixing it into the wet Funny Bunny because the pod is a little bit thicker than the polish. So we're gonna stick with the same roll, the 3 blotches. You don't need very much of this stuff on your brush because if you have too much, it doesn't look right. So you wanna really smear this into the Funny Bunny and let it kind of like disappear into the white. You don't wanna leave it like that. You wanna kind of like, almost like ombre it into the white. Let it really disappear and just don't leave it in a circle shape either. Let it come over here a little bit, fall down. Again, we're gonna come down here. I like to come up the sidewall a little bit there and then bring it down into the corner of the nail. But just make it real light and let it, like I said, just almost disappear into the white. I'm gonna do one over here. Again, I like to come up the sidewall a little bit. But do you see how these all are a little different shaped? And they disappear into the white. So at this point, I'm gonna cure. And then I'm going to open the Vitro Pod 261 because I don't have a bottle form of this, but it actually works out fine because I'm gonna mix these two together for the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of this darker. I'm going to apply it on here. Again, I don't wanna completely cover up what I've already done, but I'm gonna grab a little dollop of the Jewel Topaz in the bottle and kind of mix it in just to make it makes it work a little bit easier because the pot is so thick. So it makes it more manageable. So again, I'm gonna come down here. I don't wanna cover up completely what we've done, but I wanna add that depth. So I'm gonna put some dark, grab a little bit of this. Might darken that up a little bit more. And it's okay if some of the spots are a little darker than the others. It just makes it look more real. Wow, I grabbed too much. So I'm gonna smear that off on my brush. Grab a little bit of the bottle here. So, bring this one down. I don't want it to look too much like a ball. So we're gonna go with that. Those are my 3 darker spots. I'm gonna cure that. Next, we're gonna use Stick It. I decided to go ahead and use this loose foil from Young Nails. You can use the other foil if you like. I just really like the look of it. But keep in mind, you have to put about 2 coats of top coat over top of it to keep it there. So we're gonna put a thin coat of Stick It at this point on here. Cure that. I'm gonna stick it, so I'm gonna put that to the side. So we will also need this, the black art gel, which I forgot to put in the picture, but that's okay. So I'm gonna get this stuff open while that's curing. And then I'm just gonna take the tweezers and I'm gonna put some different pieces on here. Some bigger, some smaller. That was just because I couldn't get it off my tweezers, but I kind of like the way it looks. Press it down. I might try and get one decent bigger piece-ish and put it like, that's the problem. Sometimes they don't want to come off of the tweezers. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna push that down. And now I'm going to take the black and I'm going to make my spots. Again, I'm going to focus on the 3 spots. Now I want these to all be different size. I want them to go over top of the caramel, the darker brown. And then I'm going to come over here, kind of do the same thing. I don't mind if I go over the foil a little bit. Make these completely different shaped. I don't want them to be round. I want them to look just like, that's why I kind of tap and shake a little bit when I'm doing that. I don't really like that line I just did, so guess what? I can just fix it. Just bring this down a little bit further. There we go, it's fixed. Again, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna start on the edge. I might come up the side of the nail, because I kind of like that look. Come up. Now I have those 3 main splotches. I might come over here and give this one like a little friend, just a little guy. Maybe bring one down here. And then I would actually call that a day. And then again, since we used this foil, I do like to do 2 top coats over top of that. So I'm gonna cure this and do 2 top coats.